After years of rumors and what we call hip-hop folklore, it's finally happening, and I'm excited about it. Nas and DJ Premier are officially dropping a full album together. So per Hip Hop DX, at the New York Comic-Con panel, Nas and Primo appeared alongside many of their legend has it peers to talk about their Marvel comic book collaboration and their next albums. Now, we grew up, obviously, listening to Nas, New York State of Mind, all the records that he worked with Primo, so we know how potent this combination could be. But can Nas and Premier deliver something timeless in 2025? That's actually a legit question. So let's dive into the idea of DJ Premier and Nas doing an album. So the question I would pose is this album what hip hop needs right now, or are we putting too much pressure on two legends to save a certain sound?
I don't think, we're looking for them to save anything.
Okay.
This is about, if you're looking for Nas and Premier to save hip hop, I don't think.
From what?
Exactly.
Good point. Good question.
Exactly. I'm just want a quality project, because I'm a greedy hip hop fan. I'm that person that, still wishes there are certain things that would have happened 25, 30 years ago. And, if we could have got just a little bit of Helter Skelter with Ice Cube and Dr. Dre, if we could have, if we could just get into the Pete Rock and CL Smooth album, which we know is never going to happen at this point. So I just want this as a greedy hip hop fan because I'm a fan of Premier. I'm a fan of Nas. And I got tired of having to read about it in Scratch Magazine. That's how long ago it goes back to this being talked about. I think they were even on the cover of one of those. They were. Yeah. And so
I got it over there somewhere.
Lone actually has it.
At this point, 8 to 10 records from Nas with no Premier production. We've gotten Premier albums. He's done wholly with Royce da 5'9".
Yeah, a couple of them.
Awesome projects. Don't want to take anything away from it. Yeah, so it's not like either of them have stopped making content. I'm excited for them to make it together. I think it would be incredible to hear a 9, 10 song project from these two individuals. So I'm just looking forward to it as a fan. I'm not holding any other expectation of it other than that.
Yeah, I'm with you when you're right, man, because I hate to have to keep reiterating this when we get these artists from our generation that we hold at a high standard. That just cease, man. I mean, it's good that they're just putting out some music. I don't feel like I'm holding anybody to some. It has to sound like this. I hope it's like that. It's just cool that they're doing something together. We've heard how Nas is coming. Nas is not missed, and he's one of those artists from our generation that can still do this at a high level. Premier, same way. He's not missing either. He's still doing this at a high level. Them getting together and doing this album is just something that they've been, supposedly have done already, but I mean, they're about to do it now. I'm just happy that they're doing it. And that kind of case is closed at this point as far as it needing to be more than that. I hate having to hold people to a standard, especially somebody of that magnitude. You know what I'm saying? These are two classic legends in the game. So, I mean, whatever they give you is what you're going to get. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah.
Jump in, Kinetik.
Man, it kind of reminds me of the Common and Pete Rock album, which I didn't expect it to do anything to like rescue anything. I don't think hip hop needs to be rescued. I think hip hop is what it is, and I'm okay with how it is right now. There's always something for everybody. I just hope it is dope. That's all I care about. I just hope it don't suck. I have a hard time thinking that it would. What I think it'll really come down to is what do Premier's beats sound like.
Good point.
We know we know what to expect from Nas. I don't know. Maybe I'm like, does he have any floppy disks from like 94?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, what is that going to sound like? I got a feeling it'll sound very good, but I don't think it needs to show up, or we're like 2025 will be okay, or whenever it's supposed to come out, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
If it ain't the greatest thing we've ever heard, but it's just cool now that, I like the blues, and I like, it's cool to see rappers age into what the blues has always done. Blues people play until they die. Like, for real. B.B. King played until he died.
Played till he died.
Yeah. And so I'm glad to see that hip hop is like, no, we can do the same thing. So the fact that these brothers are willing to do something is fine with me, because they have nothing else to prove. So they're just having fun with it now.
That's real. What you think, Lone?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of echo the sentiments in general. I think it's cool. I don't think they're going to save anything. I also kind of look at it in the same sense of how Pete Rock and Common did their thing, which was a pretty good project. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the one thing that I do think that Pete Rock has done really good of, or done really well of, is modernizing his sound, kind of, but keeping himself. So I think that's what he does. So I'm very curious what Premier does as well, because I'm a big Premier fan, but Premier he's had the same formula for a very long time.
Yes,
so
true.
You know, it's, you know, I've heard some Premier stuff where it's not necessarily my favorite of late, but you know, this is Premier Nas, and you know, I'm curious. I don't think it's gonna like shock me or anything, but I think it definitely has a very major chance of being super solid, and I think that's cool. You know, like I think that's all it needs to be. You know, like it's like you guys said, like they're two legends. They're at this point. It's just what it is. They're making music now, so that's cool.
Yeah, I kind of feel like too, when we have the conversation about saving hip hop, we have to realize that hip hop is not just made for us. It's not only made for our ears. So we might hold it to a high degree based off of that, or based off of the past. But there's a whole new genre of hip hop fans that have came up and have no idea what this would even sound like.
Generation.
So hip hop isn't an idea that was formulated for one period of time. So you have to realize that it's always going to evolve. And regardless of if you like what's coming out, like you said, there's plenty of stuff out here for us to check out and listen to and still be a fan of. There's nothing that's going to come out that's going to save hip hop to the point of it's going to go back to sounding how you want it to sound.
I think I look past basically we've all alluded to it, but I look past the save anything. I don't care about that. To see two legendary, iconic a producer and a rapper get together and just make some dope shit, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
And I think this is one of those, I always talk about Currency, who has one of the biggest cult followings to me in just terms of him being able to pop up anywhere and have a great show. This is an age-specific cult following type release to me. And I'm in that category, so I'm going to be excited to hear what it is, and that's okay. I don't care about how it charts. I don't care about social media. I don't care about none of that.
Yeah.
I just want to hear some dope stuff that I've thought about over the past X amount of years. Lone talked about Scratch, and I just want to see if they can do it. That's basically it.
Yeah. We're
It's
not
like
the majority anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like going to Little Brother, like the show. Or still listening to Little Brother. It is for who it's for.
Yeah.
If people get folded into it, that's great. But I'm not. Whatever, it's fine. It's the same. Like I'm not really riding around listening to NBA YoungBoy. It's no knock on him, but I'm not going to be mad that somebody else is. I'm an adult. I don't have time for that. Like, you know, and that's a really good point. It ain't just for us. Because when you hear people talk about saving, that sound like y'all want everything to sound like 1994. I don't want to hear that.
And I mean, we,
personally, I don't want to hear that.
As fans and creatives, you know, we have a mix. So it's a little blend. It's blended. So, you know, sometimes our opinions are different.
Right.
Because we've grown up in it, but we've also been a part of it.
Yep.
To whatever extent you want to label it. So sometimes our videos can be skewed. I mean, not videos, our views can be skewed. Because like, absolutely. Yo, this is hip hop. Like, this is what we grew up on. But to Terry's point, is like, it's not just ours. No. It's like.
No, it would die if it was just ours.
Yeah. So there's millions of people that have their own interpretation of what it is.
Yeah.
And the older you get, the more you accept, like, it's just. It's not for me.
Yeah, and as somebody who teaches kids that make beats and the hip hop that they're making now, not like the stuff that's popular. I'm talking about the Gen Zs, the younger kids.
Yeah,
they're on some other stuff, man.
Yeah,
and they're
supposed to be.
It's it's
different. Yeah, it's different.
It's whatever it is. You know, it's like so it's not for me. And you know, somebody asked me, "Hey, what do you think about this?" I was like, "I'm happy you like it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always feel
I might not understand it, but hey, you made it. And, hey, wear it. Yeah. Like that. We happy for you.
I'm sure that like, was it Larry Smith that did all the production for Houdini?
Houdini and Run DMC.
Yeah. I'm sure
among others.
By the time Bomb Squad came out, or even Eric Sermon, I'm sure there were some conversations about what is this? Because it was so different.
Yeah.
But it's always going to be like that though.
Yeah. That's why it goes back to that. Save it from what?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, we can't have this thing where you know, people who were riding around and getting it in 1994 or 90. Like, we can't have them be the arbiters of the culture. You have to have a bunch of concerts where seats and everybody got to leave want to go home by 9:30.
Come on, man.
Like, we can't hurt. You know, because unfortunately, that's what's happened to some of our music. Like when you talk about the blues, the blues never, you know, now mind you, there's just other things that factored into that, but the blues never got younger. So when the artists who were really at the top of their game, like we talked about, B.B. King, played until he couldn't anymore.
That part.
You know, but there was nobody there to come behind him and have this new iteration of the blues. Now, there are some people who still carry on the tradition. Do we know them? Not really.
It ain't the same, though.
Hold on.
Yeah, they kind of coming back into the fold.
There's a young man named Kingfish.
I'm glad everybody finally there.
Kingfish?
Bobby Blue Blend?
Y'all just now catching up to Kingfish.
I hate
even Gary Clark Jr., man. Gary Clark Jr. plays some mean
but
blues.
I hate him.
But Kingfish is that guy.
Kingfish, I've been a fan of Kingfish.
Didn't Gary Clark Jr. play at what was the Black Rock Fest here?
That made rock and roll.
Yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
that's the second time I've seen him.
Yeah, I saw him there.
Kingfish is that dude though.
He's
I
incredible.
would go see him live.
He was here not too long ago with when Buddy Guy came through here. I think when they were down in Brown County.
Yo, shout out to Kingfish. That boy is
anointed. Well, I'm glad that they're
not anointed though.
He's anointed. He got that oil on him. He's anointed.
Wow. You just told everything about your life in one sentence.
That boy is anointed. He got that oil on him. You ever heard old folks say that? He got that oil on him.
Yeah, old folks.
Old folks.
Yeah, old folks.
You here? You talking about somebody is anointed? You are old.
Welcome.
Hey man,
he's got that oil on him.
Yeah, you got that Martin Luther King fan too. That's all you need.
Straight up.
Listening to
With the
Maja
funeral
Jackson
home on the other side.
I hate
some James Cleveland and Walter Hawkins.
I hate Lone because he's got that oil on him. Like that's not how I said that. Bro.
You said he was anointed. You didn't need to say nothing.
No, you really
did. Got that anointing.
But
I am happy though that
he been here before.
100%.
Yeah. I am happy though that hip hop is able to evolve and still be here and not die out like some of the genres.
Yeah.
There's been genres that were hot and you hear nothing from that genre ever again. It's just like it was here and it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy, like regardless of what I like and listen to and am a fan of, I'm happy that it's still able to exist in many different folds.
It really is cool that people still care enough to say, I want to make that. Like, I want to do that.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
because we all in here can relate to the first time we're like, whatever it was that introduced us to wanting to be in the culture.
Yeah.
It's cool that there's still people that get that same feeling. Because I remember that.
Yeah,
so like, I don't know how they did that, but I want to do that.
I would actually like to talk to some younger cats and ask them, like, what propelled you to gravitate towards hip hop?
Yeah.
Like, what was the one song, the one moment, you know what I'm saying? Because our moments are a lot different than their moments.
Our moments are so much different than each other. It's just in this room.
Yeah.
It's Rap City for me with Chris Thomas the Mayor.
Come on. The OG.
Old school Rap City.
Yeah, that's high.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You got to do the dance.
You was outside. You
I was there.
Outside.
Even with Prince B, I was there.
Come on now.